Radical.
I've watched it about 3 times now, I'd say. I watched it the day after the Super Bowl. I didn't get to watch the Super Bowl in real time, but I went to the YouTube video, and then a couple days later I watched it again. And it seems like every time I watch this halftime show, it gets better and better. There's little details that I notice about it, and I think overall it was a great performance. And overall I would say there's never been a higher concentration of legitimate legendary rap stars I've ever seen. You got Dr. Dre, the one who started it all. You got Eminem. You got Snoop Dogg. You got Mary J. Blige. And, Kendrick Lamar. 50 Cent. Okay, thing about Kendrick Lamar is, of course, Kendrick Lamar is not on that level. They just, allowed Kendrick Lamar to show up. No, I'm not knocking Kendrick Lamar. I'm sure he's got some good songs. He didn't exhibit, I don't think, any really good songs there. Seemed like there was a banger by Kendrick Lamar that I'm maybe not remembering. But I think his roster spot should have probably went to somebody else. Maybe another female. Anybody, really. Because Mary J. Blige was the only female there. But really, when you got Mary J. Blige, you don't need another female on stage. She was amazing, I will say. Well, let's just go into the track listing here and look at my thoughts on the performances. Okay, starting out, we got the opening with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, The Next Episode, which was absolutely perfect. And I was just shocked at how maybe it's the weed, I'm not sure, but Snoop Dogg just doesn't look like he ages. That guy is living his best life. And Dr. Dre, I think he's close to 60. Doesn't look that bad, but Snoop Dogg, man, he looks kind of ageless. And then they perform California Love, because, of course, Tupac is in, heaven or hell, wherever he went to, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't mean to trigger a lot of fans of Tupac, but I don't know where Tupac goes. So Tupac was not there, but I like that they did California Love. And then there was a seamless transition after that. The camera panned down, and you found who else but 50 Cent. 50 did In the Club, which was his big original banger song. And I understand why they went with In the Club, but it just seems dated. It seems like versus every other song, it seems very highly dated. He's got some other great songs, specifically Candy Shop. Wouldn't that be cool if they panned down and then there was a literal candy shop and there was a lot of girls dressed up, looking like sweet, sweet candies? Candy Shop would have been cool, but I get why they went with what they went with. That's his big hit that he was known for. And poor guy, the exact opposite I said for Snoop Dogg. It looks like this guy is just not taking care of himself. It must have, he looks like 150 Cent or 200 Cent. He's gained some sense. It's just kind of funny seeing him just hanging upside down there. I don't know. But what I did like about that was all the females, the dancers that they chose for that. And the camera angle is the star here. The camera people that panned up. Man, oh man, I tell you, there were some nice looking females. Okay, then we get Kendrick Lamar with his songs. He's Gonna Be Alright. That was the second song. And I don't know about Mad City. There was some great choreography. They were in boxes. So everyone had their choreography down right. I will say that. Just seamless. It was flawless choreography. But I kept thinking to myself, can we just get past this and get to the next legend? No offense, Kendrick Lamar, but yeah. He did have a nice transition into Forgot About Dre. He did have a good transition. After Kendrick, we had another rap legend, Eminem, the greatest white rapper of all time, by default. By default. Sorry, Vanilla Ice, it's not you. Eminem, he has an amazing back catalog of songs. Specifically, Rap God is one of those songs that I would have loved to hear a little bit of here. Just a little bit. I think Rap God would have been a song that really would have lifted that crowd to be even louder than they were. Now, it was basically a hometown crowd, so that might have been one of the loudest crowds for a Super Bowl halftime show I've ever heard. He chose Lose Yourself, the 8 Mile song, which I get. I understand that. I do. And he had a lead in and forgot about Dre, which I understand. I get it. I do. But I would have loved a little bit of Rap God going into Not Afraid. I would have loved that. Or just, there's so many other great songs. Like Toy Soldiers. Like, I get why they didn't do that. But, yeah, I could have used a little more of Eminem. Now, Mary J. Blige, she had 2 songs there. It seemed like she got more time than Eminem. I don't know about, yeah. But I guess since she was the only female there, I would have had Kendrick Lamar, his time cut down a little bit. But that's just me. Now, it finished off with Dr. Dre playing Tupac's song, I Ain't Mad At Ya. I like that. And then it finished off with the big finale, Still DRE. So the beginning and the finish were flawless. The next episode and DRE, yeah. I'd say I 80% agree with this track listing of, well, the song choices of what they went with. One final thing is the set. A bit torn on the set. Like, I like the concept of it. It was kind of cool, especially having 50 Cent upside down on the bottom part of the building. But it just seemed really fake. A little bit. I get how they wanted to be all white, but would it kill them to paint a little bit of the building? You know, did they run out of funds? Did they run out of money and they couldn't afford to have somebody come in and do a little bit of painting? Also, there was a sign that said diner, and you couldn't even make it out unless you really kind of squinted. Maybe a little bit of neon or something. How cool would that be, right? But, yeah, overall, I'd say a great show. And it's probably going to be one that I go back to. Some people are saying it's top 5, top 10 Super Bowl performances of all time. I wouldn't go that far. I just wouldn't. But I get how some people can actually factor in the crowd noise as being one factor that would make a great Super Bowl halftime show. It does. If a crowd is really, really lit for a show, it adds to the performance, I would say. And some people, you know, they like the poppy performances. You know, the Maroon 5s, the, what's her name? You know, the Just Dance poker face woman. I forget her name. Yeah. Lady Gaga. Lady Goo, Lady Gaga. Where I think Lady Gaga has no business being in a Super Bowl halftime show. Originally, I would say that because I'm like, this is a competition between men. Manly men. But some people might say, hey, women watch the Super Bowl too. Give them something also. It just seems like a big departure, though, from muscly bound men and then Lady Gaga. But here's the thing, though. The Super Bowl actually isn't that much of a competition. It's more of a performance in line with the halftime show. So in that respect, yeah, there it is. But what do you think about the Super Bowl halftime show? My apologies, I'm getting to this a couple weeks late.